There's a moment in Parliament when the atmosphere shifts. Not because of a policy announcement, not because of a vote, but because someone decides to go completely off script and turn the chamber into a battlefield. What you're about to see is exactly that. Reform UK's Lee Anderson stood up at the dispatch box not to ask a question, but to issue a direct challenge to the Prime Minister. And when Keir Starmer fired back, he didn't just defend himself, he reached for something that could blow the whole exchange wide open. One name, one story, one headline from today's papers. And suddenly, the temperature in that chamber went from warm to scalding in about 15 seconds. Watch this carefully, because what's said on the surface is only half the story.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Whilst the Labour frontbench continue to peddle their own form of dog whistle politics, Reform UK...
Dog whistling. The expert.
Reform UK are cracking on with the day job. Our reform-led councils are reformed...
Can I just say, you might say it's the way he tells them, but it might be worse. It's the way I tell them. Lee Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our reform-led councils have already identified savings of over £330 million in the first 6 months. And the Prime Minister may shake his head propped up by these gullible backbenchers, but here's the challenge. Will he ensure that all the cancelled elections from this year and the proposed local elections for next year will go ahead in May 2026? Go on, be a man.
I didn't realise this was quite so good at stand-up comedy. Mr. Speaker, he talks about dog whistle. Last week, his leader said he didn't have time to condemn the racist comments of his fellow MP for Runcorn. I wonder if you can ask his leader next door to him whether he's got time for his explanation for the stories in today's papers.
What just happened there was a masterclass in the brutal arithmetic of parliamentary politics. Lee Anderson came in with numbers. £330 million in council savings, 6 months, Reform's ground-level credibility, and that's a calculated move. Reform UK know they can't win the argument in Westminster yet, so they're building the case from the ground up. Local governance, real figures, tangible results. Anderson wasn't grandstanding, he was laying a foundation, and he wanted the Prime Minister on record either endorsing or blocking upcoming council elections. That "go on, be a man" line wasn't bravado, it was a trap designed to make Starmer either commit or dodge in front of the cameras. But here's where it got dangerous for Reform. Starmer didn't take the bait on the elections. Instead, he pivoted instantly to the Runcorn MP's racist comments and the allegation that Farage, sitting right there, didn't have time to condemn his own colleague. That's not a deflection, that's a scalpel. Because Starmer essentially told the entire chamber, before you lecture us about dog whistle politics, answer for what's happening inside your own party. And then, right at the end, that reference to stories in today's papers. Vague, pointed, deliberately unfinished. That's a political grenade with the pin half pulled. He didn't explain it. He didn't need to. He just made sure every journalist in that press gallery went hunting for it the moment the session ended. The real story here isn't who won the exchange. It's what it reveals about where both parties currently stand. Reform are desperate to prove they are a governing force, not just a protest movement. And Labour are equally desperate to make sure Reform's skeletons keep tumbling out of the cupboard before that narrative takes hold. This is what the next phase of British politics looks like, and it is going to get considerably messier before it gets cleaner. If you want the breakdowns that go beyond the headlines and into what's actually happening in British politics, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because these moments are coming faster than ever, and you won't want to miss what comes next.